Buenas, buenas. Welcome to Music Marketing TV. I'm Kevin Ochoa, and today we're going to take a look at some plugins from UJAM. Now, we're going to be taking a look at the drums and percussions plugins that UJAM have to offer. I'm a very skeptical person when it comes to sample-based instruments. However, as you'll see in this review, I really enjoy using these UJAM drums and percussions, and there's even an 808 designer in there. So I really enjoy the plugins, but you guys will see that throughout the video. And at the end, I'll leave a little brief review on my first impressions. All right, without further ado, let's get started. All right, so here we are inside FL Studio. I have the UJAM plugin Berserk loaded. Now, I can appreciate here how this instrument's set up quite nicely. Over here on the left-hand side, you have your individual sounds, and over here you have like a whole loop already made. There also seems to be some settings for latching. So apparently this latch function will latch onto one of the notes, and then you can move on between the other notes, and then the note will change. So you actually don't have to press the key consistently. You can just click on it once and it'll move to the next one. And I'm guessing these are tempo match. So let's speed this up to make it very noticeable. Let's do 200 BPM. And let's see. So that's pretty cool. And I think these are in halftime because it sounds to me like these are dubstep drums. So let's go ahead and see. Halftime, yes. Let's check out a different set of drums. Yeah, very clean. So it appears that on the C3, you have your standard kick and the snare with a little bit of percussion sometimes, but these other notes over here have much more going on. So this is really cool. It makes it easy for you to know and be able to repeat your MIDI patterns over to different patches. So for example, I guess if I go to my piano roll and I were to sustain one of these, let's see. Okay. If I were to hold this note until the very last bar, and then I were to switch this note, let's push it up higher. Now, if I were to change a patch to maybe something different, let's do this one, sweat it out. You see, I am able to retain those patterns. So I guess if I were to even swap them like this. And I were to move it to something completely different. Do you shift? I'm able to retain those movements. So this is really good. Already for, at least for the drum plugins inside the UJAM bundle, this is really good. I'm guessing you can also do the same thing with, if you wanted to manually program the drums. Let's say you really like the kits, but you want to program your own things. Let's go down to C1. So if I wanted to program something myself, I could still do this. Yeah, this one would be better. And then swap these are here. Okay, let's say I wanted to swap this out for a completely different patch. I could just click on the next one and boom, it's gonna be something different. Yeah, these drums are quite nice. They're pretty heavy. And every time you click on the patch, you get something that's quite fresh. They don't really sound extremely similar, which is really good because oftentimes, even when I'm sound designing my own instruments, I have the issue where I design something and then I make it sound really similar to the next thing. So then I end up having to make different revisions to different instruments. But I like this. And I'm guessing there are switches for different drums. So I'm guessing, let's see. I could swap the drum right here. So, for example, these notes right here, I see is a low tom, and maybe I don't like this tom, so I want to switch it. So I'm gonna click here to switch it up. Yeah, this is really, really fantastic. This is a fantastic first impression so far. The instrument's simple, to the point. It's much more useful than actually having a sample pack, I believe, because you can quickly go through things and even save this preset. So let's say I save this and call this KO Rapid Eye Edit. There you go. It's all stored, and I guess I can come in here, and it's under my user halftime patches. There you go. If I were to go to the mid-tempo, I'm guessing I would have something that sounds very different here. Let me click on the style. So this is for like those breaks and that you have in dubstep sometimes where it goes to a little bit more like electro-esque vibe. So I think this is quite good. I'm quite enjoying this. So, oh, let's see. Def Funk? What would this sound like? So it's some low quality. Some low quality resampled sounds. Nice. Rabbit hole. I mean, some of these sounds would actually sound pretty good in a garage track. So these are pretty nice. Now, these sounds also have volume per sound. So if I want to take the drum away, I can just automate this, right? Besides turning off the MIDI. So let's say if I was playing the let me latch one of the notes. Oh, okay, this is interesting. So what did we learn here? That this volume only affects the drums that are programmed. It does not affect once it's latched. So two different things I'm saying. So, oh, and here's the style. So I can swap the latch style. This is actually really good. I'm actually very surprised. This is very fun, actually. It totally does justice to the UJAM name. Let's see some of the parameters up here, like the snare, the devastate, and this thing right here. I'm guessing this is like a type of distortion. Yeah, so as you can see there, this amount and boost intensity changes the, I guess, the drive and I guess compression over here, or vice versa. Yeah, so these are quite well programmed. Like I showed you guys earlier, whatever I do to the instrument here, while the style mode is activated and we have latch turned on, it's not gonna affect the actual instrument. Let's see, individual. Let's see. Let's see if we change the individual, what happens. Okay, so you saw that when I moved this to individual, now we can control the volume here. Let's see if the gain pitch parameters can also be changed when I use the individual patch or the individual output. Let's see. Cool. All right. So now we've learned that if we want to edit these while we have the latch turn on and using the different style loops, you can use the individual output and then change these parameters, and it will actually affect when you have the note latched. So this is really cool. So you have both options to edit the instrument individually and program it individually, and also to use the style and the loops with the latch function, and also edit the sound individually. So this is a big thumbs up for me. If you look at this from the outside, it looks really simple. But when you look at it from programming and whatnot, this is actually quite good. It's my CPU looks like it remains really, really low. So this is fantastic. It's really good. And this is going to run really well pretty much on all machines. So again, thumbs up for this. This is quite well programmed, quite well thought of. There's this devastate and snare thing that I have not used. Let's see. Let's just change some of the drums here. This is quite well. I think this is Devastate. I'm pretty sure if I read the manual, I could see it. But this one, first impression, really well put together. I could even use these drums for like a hip hop beat, and this would sound really, really good. So I'm excited actually to check out their other instruments. Like I know they have some bass stuff. I think it's called what is it called? Sub. Hey, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you stay up to date with all the content we have here at Music Marketing TV. All right, let's go into the rest of the video. Subcraft. There you go. Ooh, okay. Let's just check it out for a second. So here you can actually play it. And it's really nice. It's really punchy. But when you change the pitches, the low end changes. However, the pitch envelope is still stays pretty tight. So I wonder if this is synthesized or sampled, maybe a bit of both. Let's check out this grid thing. Let's see. Oh, what is this? Ooh. So there's a little shuffle button right here, and it will let you generate new sound. Ooh, this is nice. For example, this sounds pretty overblown. However, if I were to low cut this and then put a cleaner sub, this would sound really nice and beefy. With less warble, but like more movement on top. So this would be really interesting. Let's try another one. This one almost sounds like a gabber kick. That's pretty darn sick. I'm not gonna lie, this is quite impressive. Okay, now let's see. I wonder if there's like a... Okay, so there are loops here, but they look a little bit different than the ones we had in Berserk. In Berserk, it was a latch, right? This is right here, loops. Let's click on this one. Let's try this other one. So they appear to be slightly different. There is a button for allow loop melody. And there's a latch on. So I'm guessing... Okay, I'm starting to get it. So basically, use the latch loop function. You trigger one of these loops at the note you have requested over here. You play the loop, and then you can change the pitches via these different parameters. So let's try this one. Okay, and then there's a key right here that indicates the last key we latch onto. So this is quite impressive, like really simple, and there is complexity in the simplicity. So this is quite interesting. Now, what is this right here? Pitches? So this is something I'm gonna have to look up and actually put in the next video, because this first impressions is quite good, and I don't want to have to go through looking at all the manuals. Catalog is quite huge. So if I were to go through all of them in one video, it'd be really long. But so far, the impression that I have of these two plugins, it's really good. I definitely want to try out the other ones in another video. But yeah, let's keep on going. So here I have the kick. Huh. Let's try this one. Okay, so I have control over the kick here. And I guess these are different types of kicks. And this is a synth toe, I guess, then? This is really cool. This could even be like a nice, good, like, effects layer for like hardstyle kicks and hardcore kicks. Let's see. Not bad at all. All right, let's hop over to a different instrument. BM Void. Let's see. And let's make a new pattern. All right, cool. So this is like drum and bass type of stuff. I like that. Really, really nice. Let's latch onto this and go through some different kicks here. Another thing that I like is that the parameters here stay the same. So it's like I can click through different drums and it'll, stay in that pitch that I want it to. So this is going to make it easy for you whenever you change keys, for example, if you programmed it. This is quite good. I like this. Let's go over to something else. Okay. So now we see that this company is not just a one-trick pony with electronic sounds. You get really good acoustic sounds as well. This is very, very nice. Let's go mess around with this patch a little bit. I didn't have to use any other plugins to get from that point to this one. It was all the built-in stuff. This is really, really cool. Let's try dark and with bite. All right, with crush. Slammed. Oof. This is really, really nice. Let's hop over to a different patch real quick. Loud and fast. And let's go through some of these. Very, very good. And Down here, I guess you have like a little bit of a mixer, or there are different sounds. Let's see. Let me latch this. Oh snap! Did you see this? When I right click here and go on the type, you can MIDI automate these different parameters, like the type of snare, so you can switch between different snares in a single kit. That's quite cool. This is pretty handy. Yeah, I like this. This makes it easy to work with. Okay, let's try the Legend one. Let's see what it is. More drums. This is a completely different type of style. Wow. I'm going to save that as one of my favorite patches. I like this. I feel like that could go into a drum and bass track, even though this is obviously an acoustic type of sound. Wow. Wow. This is really good. So let's go to my plugins. I'm going to go to third-party instruments, generators, and drums. Yeah, this is quite amazing. I don't think I've gone through a I have to plug in database. I don't think I've had drum instruments that were this quick to use, load, and also have a completely different sound. I have, if you can see here, I have lots of drums. Probably the only thing that can compete with this would be Drum Computer, because it's a synthesizer, and literally every time you click on it, it could come up with its own thing. But when it comes to acoustic sounds, this was really quick to load, really different sounds every single time. And if there's a sound that I like, but I wanted to slightly tweak it, I mean, I don't have all the controls in the world, but these different distortion types and I guess saturation or compression types allow me to get a different tone very quickly. Yeah, so it's actually very nice to work with. I like this. All right, so what can we conclude here? Well, I like the interfaces that the synths like Subcraft or the sample instruments like Subcraft offer, and I really enjoy the ability to so quickly shape the tone and the sound that each individual sample-based instrument has. I think that's quite useful and handy when it comes to making the sound suit your tracks. So I think that's a huge win for UJAM. The loading times are simply amazing. It's really hard to find a sample-based instrument that loads sounds that quickly. So I also enjoy that a lot. The other thing that I really enjoy is the simple-to-use interface. As you saw there, I did not use a manual to see what the plugins were doing. And I quickly found out what each parameter did. So it's no-nonsense type of interface, and I really appreciate that. So do I recommend these plugins? I, of course, do. I think they're a great piece of arsenal a great piece of equipment in your arsenal to help you make music quicker and with a higher quality. As someone who's kind of skeptical about presets, or not presets, but sample-based instruments, I am blown away by how quickly adaptable these sounds are, how clean the interface is. Because I feel like a lot of times these sample-based instruments bog you down, or the other way, are just too simple. And I think this is the perfect middle ground for a sample-based instrument. All right, that's going to be for me in this video. I hope you enjoyed my first impressions of these UJAM percussions and drum instruments. I hope you guys stay tuned for the rest of the videos in the series. Yeah, I think I forgot to mention it in the intro, but we're going to do a couple more of these UJAM first impression videos. Once again, I'm Kevin Ochoa. Don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you stay up to date with all the content here at Music Marketing TV. And I'll catch you guys on a video soon. Peace.